Doing well today. We're going to be talking all about partnerships. And I think this is really important for anyone who wants to grow your bakery business because partnerships are very, very beneficial to most bakers. Because partnerships. Okay. Looks like I'm good to go with my phone here so I can see comments coming in. If you want to make any comments on the video, you can always throw up your hashtag replay if you're reviewing this content on replay. If we've never met before, I'm the owner, CEO, main mentor at Build a Better Bakery. And what I like to do is help fellow ambitious bakers who are looking to get going with their baking businesses cultivate their confidence as they start and grow through their journey by making more income with less burnout, because a lot of bakers get burned out. It's hard work, but there's ways to do it more efficiently, more professionally. And that's what we talk about here in this group and in these videos. Now, for November, our theme is marketing without social media. This series is meant to help you branch out from the algorithm and create other streams of marketing that you can actually control and own yourself. So this series is going to be focusing on organic marketing, not paid ads, things like that. So let's be real quick about social media. Yes, we're going to be talking about marketing without it, but having some kind of presence online is important for a business in today's age. That's where people go to search for services. So remembering that we do need to be on some platform, Google, something where we have that online visibility, but that we don't own those platforms. We don't own those follower numbers. Things can get deleted without your knowledge, etc. So I want to make sure you have something that you can control and rely on rather than just social media. Today, we're going to talk about one of the best ways to become solidly integrated into your local community and the business scene, and that is partnerships. If you're here with me live, go ahead and throw up your hashtag live. The nice thing about this marketing is you can get started with it today if you choose. We're going to be talking about some partnership ideas, some things to look for, and some benefits that you might not already know about. Now, to stay in the know about these live sessions that we do weekly, you can check the events here in the group. I usually post at the beginning of the month what we're going to be talking about each week. You can also send me a friend request to Melissa Fryer on the Facebook platform, and I will accept that. You should get an automatic invite to those sessions. You can hang out on our email list where I send out direct replays, but they usually come later. So you might miss out on certain things that we talk about that you need to know about that day or the next day, right? Or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for replays on demand, which I usually post most times right after this one airs or later that day. So that's another place to be, especially if you want to get off the Facebook platform and watch somewhere else. YouTube is a good spot as well. I go live every Thursday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time right here in this group, and I try to share to YouTube the same day, and then I send it out in the email a couple days later. We like to do this to make sure you have fresh content that supports your journey, right? So you can stick with us, come every week if you want to see what we're talking about. Okay, so let's hop right in with the 3 main benefits of partnerships and how they can build your business. Then I'm going to round up the session with my top 5 tips to land a successful partnership, the top most important things I would tell you to do before you go to try to find and land that partnership you've been eyeing. I'm going to talk about a flash sale item that's going to help you do that, and a couple announcements at the end just to keep you up to date of what we have going on. So for me, partnerships have really been some of the biggest success stories for my business over the years. You'll see in the benefits why that is. Now, each agreement is going to be different. So you really do have to listen to the other business owner or the partner and understand what it is about the partnership that they're looking to gain from, what it is that they want to see in that. And there might also be certain rules that you have to abide by depending on where you live. Some things you may or may not be able to do with them depending on the laws that are governing your business. Now, these arrangements can come in many forms. Honestly, I'm just going to rattle some off, give you some ideas. There are lots of ways that you can do this. That's what's really cool about creating these partnership contracts and these partners in your community. Something like product trading, retail sales, partnering on a promotion, marketing on their platforms, wholesale, client referrals, preferred vendor lists, event coordinating, B2B sales, pop-ups, etc. There's a ton. Those are the first that came to mind for me. Now, my most recent partnerships have been with a coffee shop, a leasing agency, a municipal center, an art gallery, and a wine bar. I would say those are probably the biggest, most recent ones. I'm actually currently cooking up 2 more that is with a local city board and with a cafe here. So you can get into as many of these as you want to, as long as you can float it and keep them happy and, follow the contract that you've got set up with them, it's all gravy. So the nice thing about partnerships is that there's likely a number to be had in your area, even if you're rural. Think about the other businesses around you, the other opportunities, because sometimes you do need to get creative with them and take the lead. That's kind of what we're going to be talking about today, so you can get in there and kind of see what's going on. So we're going to dive into 3 benefits that I absolutely love about partnerships. Number 1, partnerships raise your cred in the eyes of clients and other business owners. If you do your research first and make sure your clients align with your partnership choices, you'll see them start to love you even more with each successful partnership. Not only will they likely be able to patron you more often when you're partnered with another business that they're already using, but they'll also see you as a more likable professional business owner as you continue to connect and grow your reach within the business sector itself. And you may also get more knocks at the door from other business owners who want to do something similar with you as well. So you might get multiple partnerships stemming from one partnership. So a comparative example that I want to give you is, let's say you partnered with a mechanic. You have an opportunity to partner with a mechanic, or you have an opportunity to partner with a salon. So yes, the mechanic might get some eyes on your products because people are coming in there for a need. There's people sitting in the waiting room. You might get some eyeballs, but it's not going to be the same clientele in the same mindset as if you partnered with something like a salon, where your similar clients are likely already using the services and probably in a better mood. So think of the mindset of someone in a mechanic's office. They're thinking, yikes, I'm nervous about how much this is going to cost. I really don't like sitting here. It smells weird. It's loud. I'm bored, right? These are things that go through my head when I'm sitting in a mechanic's office, versus someone who is sitting in a salon. They might be thinking, I love being pampered. I'm so excited to show off my new nails later. This hairdresser is really nice. I like talking to her. I feel good, right? So those people are in a different mindset. Which person do you think is ready to buy a cute little bake product to take home or to enjoy at the location? Who's feeling spendy? Probably not the person at the mechanic's office, usually. Sometimes if you have kids, they'll buy stuff. I'm not telling you not to partner with someone like a mechanic, but I'm giving you an example of, think about who's going to be seeing your stuff and what they're going to be thinking or doing when they're seeing it. So when you partner with those that your clients already hang out with, that's a plus, or those with current clients that you can connect with more easily that are already on that vibe, the partnership will be smoother and create more business for both of you. So that's kind of where I would prefer you to head to have more success with your partnerships. Okay, number 2, partnerships spark more B2B sales for the long term. So whenever you partner, even if it's not necessarily for outright sales at first, you'll often see that same partner ordering from you later or telling other business owners about you. So that word of mouth in the business sector is going to multiply or get larger with even just one partner inside of that group. Business owners often also tend to enjoy supporting other businesses because they kind of know what it's like, and they want everyone to feel supported if you live in a good, supportive community. And it's a great form of word of mouth marketing, especially because business owners tend to order more than a regular individual client, and also tend to know people who order more. So managers, leaders of certain groups, et cetera, because that's kind of, they end up knowing who's who because of who they work with. And number 3, partnerships allow you to share audiences and multiply your reach overnight. This one's huge. So one of the best benefits of partnerships is that you'll likely be more visible to the other partner's audience, either through your direct branding or simply product distribution. So they're kind of sharing you with those who already follow them. And this is where researching first and really listening to a potential partner comes in handy. So making sure that 1, it's the right partner, and 2, you can meet the needs in which they have set up or they can accept, rather than trying to push services or products on them that they're not really interested in, or that they don't think their audience is going to like. So if you see that the client base is likely making similar purchasing choices, things like a cafe purchase, a coffee shop purchase, a salon purchase, a wine bar purchase, and on top of that, your partner is telling you that they think the products or services you're talking about are going to be popular with your audience, then that's a great starting point for a partnership. So if you're getting yeses from a couple different angles, that's a better bet than going into something that doesn't seem like it's going to work. Now, if you take the time to create a nice infographic or a flyer or something that your partner can share either printed or digitally, then their clients are going to see exactly what you want them to see. And they're just going to easily share it with their audiences. I think we have to remember that all business owners are busy. So the easier you can make it for them to share your information, the more they're going to do it. I like to use Canva for digital media creation purposes. There's a link on the website that you may or may not get a discount depending on if they're doing discounts right now. You can click through that referral code and check. I would suggest that to use if you're going to make a digital media piece of content to share. And also remember to include their logo, your partner's logo, on that flyer or infographics. You can really knock that partnership vibe home. So everyone can see, hey, these businesses are cool. These businesses are working together. I like both of those businesses. I want to go, right? If it's an event or something like that. So make sure that that's on there. Okay, so to recap, beginning and growing calculated partnerships will boost your business cred first, number one. It's going to spark larger B2B sales, business to business sales, number two, and it's going to multiply your audience overnight with each new partnership. You're going to get in front of so many new people who already trust the person who's sharing it because they follow that business. So it's a really amazing multiplication of audience and eyeballs that are going to trust you because that partner trusts you, right? So that's where picking the right person, et cetera, comes in. And you may not feel like there are a lot of partnerships around, but I promise if you do a little brainstorming, we can even do a session together, talk about it. I have a feeling there's probably a few that you can even look into today or tomorrow if you're interested. But I do want to warn you to remember that you must go into these with care, as you don't want to find yourself stuck in a bad partnership because you rushed into it. So I'm going to give you 5 things to remember when you go to land the best partnership deal. These are just things to keep in mind. You can take some notes because leading into a partnership can be, it could be new. It can be a little scary if you've never done it before. So number one, do your research first. Okay. Check out their social, check out their website, look at their reviews, that kind of thing. Choose only the best partners for your brand. So try not to spread yourself too thin with partners that don't really align with you. That's going to be a lot of work and probably not a lot of rewards. So find one that you align with, or a few that you align with. Number two, pitch what's in it for them and include samples. So figure out a time in which, after you've asked if they're interested, make sure you have some samples either in the freezer or on hand that you can drop off for them to try. If you make it all about you, if your emails are only talking about you, what you want to do, etc., if you're not listening to them or asking them questions, you have less success of landing a deal. It needs to be about them. You need to frame it that way. Number three, be as flexible as possible and listen to their needs. So really write down, what is it that they're saying? What is it that they need? What is it that they are feeling their audience would like? Format your services to what they can make work for them, flexible in that way, if possible. But number four is also strong boundaries are key. So don't do anything that feels weird. Don't do anything that feels wrong. Make sure it's still a profitable business move for you, but first frame it for how it's going to work for them. And then hold your boundaries for the things that you need to solidify the deal. Make sure they understand these are the things that I'm going to need to get you what you want, right? To get you these things. And always start day one. So don't set boundaries late because that's going to make people question what it is you're doing. We need to start from day one with the boundaries. And then number five, don't make the mistake of not using a partnership contract to hold everyone accountable, because everyone's got jobs to do in the partnership. It needs to be laid out in writing. There needs to be timelines. There needs to be information about payments, all of that. Everything needs to be laid out in writing and agreed to, because you don't want to be the one holding the tab. So I'm going to leave you today with a short story, or leave you at the end of this little 5-tip list with a short story about partnering with a photographer years ago before I knew what I was doing. This was like right after I had my baby. I was kind of out of it and I just wanted to get some business. All right. So she was a local business owner looking for a baker to make smash cakes for her first birthday shoots. I never really partnered with anyone before. I was kind of doing my own thing. It was successful. I was doing well, but I thought, hey, this kind of sounds fun. She can get me more orders, spread my name to her photography clients, etc. So I agreed to help, but I didn't have a contract. I didn't think about a contract. I didn't ask her if she had one. I just didn't feel like I needed it because she was another business owner, right? Like I just thought, oh, she won't do anything wrong. Long story short, I was left making multiple cakes that she hadn't paid for beforehand because whatever, right? Like they didn't pay her, whatever it was. And then she was canceling and moving the dates. And then eventually she didn't even pick them up. And then she picked one up late. So it was kind of old and it was just a mess. Okay. It just went on and on. So I was appreciative of the business. I wanted to be her partner, but on top of everything that was happening, she had also asked for a B2B, a business to business price discount. So I was stuck in this whirlwind of issues. And guess who was left with a bunch of cakes and no money? Me. Me. So needless to say, this whole experience helped me create my partnership contract, the one I use now, the one I've been honing over 10 years and adding to make sure it's solid and something that I feel confident about after doing years and years of partnerships. What are the questions I needed answered? What are the boundaries I need set? What are the situations in which they need to know what's going to happen, etc. And that's going to protect bakers from all that back and forth nonsense that happens because we just need to make it solid, you know? So if you'd like to also be prepared for your partnership professionally, you can go download your very own partnership contract, the same one that I use. So you're also ready for your next big partnership right when it lands, because you're going to need that. You're going to need to present it and say, hey, this is what I want to do. What do you think? You guys can amend it as needed, but it's a really great starting point to get started. And you might just leave it as is. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring the price down to $7, $7 on the website when you pop over before the end of day on Friday the 17th. So that gives you today and tomorrow to get in and grab it for $7. It's usually 37, so it's a pretty good deal. It's an instant download with easy to personalize template. So it's not anything crazy fancy. You can just go in and personalize it with your regular computer. You don't need to download anything extra. And you'll always have access to any updated versions with a link on the bottom. So if I ever add anything or change anything, you'll be able to click on that link and get the new one. Easy peasy, right? I think I can actually share that with you here. Okay, that's the link if you want to download it. Again, you have until Friday 17th, end of day. It'll be $7 until then. It's just automatically discounted. It'll go back to $37 on Saturday. So get in there and grab it if you'd like. I will be here again with you in 2 weeks on Thursday the 30th at 9 a.m. Mountain Time to talk about another marketing without social media topic. It'll be the last one for the month, and it's going to be print media. I want to talk to you a little bit about what I've done, some ways to maybe get some discounts, or some things that are popular in the industry. I want to lay those out for you that day. And I'll be taking next week off for the holidays. So I hope you guys can get a little break around then too, and spend some time with family and friends, or just sit around and not bake for a while. I think we all need that. So hopefully you have a good week next week. Now we do have the cottage to commercial course launching just within days. I am very excited for you to see it. I love the content. And if you're curious at all about commercial baking, this is going to help you go from noob to like knowing what's going to happen within the first 1 to 3 years. You're going to have a lot of information in your brain that wasn't there before. That's going to help you make better decisions as you're working through the commercial launch and first 3-ish years of business. So what I did is I put together a wait list. Those people are going to get bonuses because they're basically first in line people that I know are actually interested. I want to thank them for being here and being interested and being on this wait list. Those people are going to get $200+ in mentorship service bonuses, on top of the extra bonuses that are already built in to the purchase of the course. And they're also going to get a discounted price. So it's all kind of like win-win-win in there. It's free to be in there. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to, but you get first look, you get the bonuses and the discount price. I am going to be sending a list or an email to the whole list probably later today to invite you to the wait list. But in case you don't want to miss it, I'm going to link it there for you too, so you can see it. So get on the wait list at any point. I'm going to have it set up to be able to send the bonuses probably for a couple days after it launches. So even if you see this late, go ahead and get on there and see what your email says when it comes over. Okay. Now, if you need some guidance or want to hash out your next partnership ideas, I know you might not be like totally settled on anything. You want to talk about it first. You can DM me for my Calendly schedule link if you want to set up a call. You can snag a time, maybe sometime before the end of the year, so we can get something set up and you know what to do. And I would love to hear your story. So let's do that if you want to talk. Okay, that's it for me today. I hope you all have the best day. And let me know if you have any extra questions about partnerships. Just comment below here and we'll chat. Okay, bye.